Time now for an in-depth look at the market news on this Friday, and for that I'm joined on the line by Mr. Daniel Yu, Global Strategist at Yuanta Securities. Mr. Yu, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me today.
So with the U.S. and China reportedly reaching this deal on a phase one deal on trade, it would seem they could be nearing a truce in this trade war. And Wall Street, we saw the main stock indices touch record highs in Thursday's session. What's the story?
Yes. As I've been saying, that the first phase will be done within this year, as the Trump administration also said today or last night that they have reached a phase one trade deal with China in principle, pending approval from the President Donald Trump. Trump met with the top advisors on Thursday about the trade with China, whether to go ahead and raise the tariff on 160 billion won worth of Chinese-made goods by 15%. And it seems that they have decided that they will scrap that. And also they will be possibly lowering the tariff, the existing tariff they have, which is right now about 360 billion worth of the Chinese products. Trump has been focusing on the also U.S. agricultural products that China will purchase as part of the deal, and that it seems that the deal might be made where that China will be buying more than 40 billion worth of goods, maybe as high as 50 billion worth of goods. Trump has said that they very close to the big deal with China, and also he said that they want it and also we want it as well, which means that exactly what I've been saying. Both countries need to do this deal. Without that, you will see a massive rise of inflation for U.S. As for China, will have probably more furthering of lowering growth rate, which will be quite troublesome for global economy as a whole. So the deal will be made quite soon. Markets have cheered, as you said. The overall U.S. market have reached the top record high level. It seems that China also have rebounded quite significantly today by more than 1.7%. Most of the Asian market also have shown quite strong movement, as well as U.S. and Europe.
Yeah, Korean stocks sharply higher today, also on U.S.-China trade. What's the news in the Korean markets today and your outlook as well?
Sure. Kospi is up 1.54%. Kosdaq is about 1%. As you know, the foreign investors have been net seller of Korean equity market for the last several weeks. But after the option and futures trading closed maturity on yesterday, the net buying has started to come in. And also the Korean won has appreciated quite significantly as well. Overall, corporate governance issue is the main concern for Korea, but we think that that problem will probably gradually improve in the future. And the profitability of Korean companies should rise gradually from current less than 6% territory to as high as 9% in the future. If that all happens, then yes, we do think that Kospi will rise further. Based on our residual income models, we expect Kospi to rise by around 20% level over the next 12 months. And also Kosdaq probably rise by around 15 to 17%. So overall, we think that the trend should be definitely positive going forward.
Got it. Well, another big mover today was the Korean won. It gained well over 1% against the dollar today, dipping below 11.70. Where do you see the $1 rate going from here?
Right. As you said, Korean won has appreciated by more than 1.5% just alone today. That's a quite significant move. Went from well above 11.90 to well below 11.70. Now, if you look at the currency-wise, we think that when it hit the 12.23, we think that was too much of depreciation relative to its fundamentals. So therefore, more fair value would be where we are. So we think that the currency should stabilize somewhere between 11.50 to 11.70 territories. Given that the Korea's GDP growth rate is at around 2% plus, which is definitely higher than U.S. level. And also, we do expect the fiscal policies to be much more accommodative for Korea going forward, as well as monetary policy should be quite easing to support the economic growth rate. If that's the case, we think that Korea can achieve 2% growth rate in terms of GDP. Therefore, the currency should be fairly stable in the future.
All right, Mr. Yu, the trade issue affecting all kinds of things. We'll see how it shakes out next week. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you very much.